ahead of the match. Here's a special interview with the mentor of the Hyderabad team, VVS Laxman, who has very passionately held the team together for the last few seasons. Laxman, thanks for sparing some time to look ahead to the season. Let me start by asking, since your title winning season in 2016, you've reached the knockouts 4 times, and this IPL comes within 6 months of the previous one. Have you overcome the challenges with selection you had last season?
Well, I don't see any challenges as such, but I think there's a lot of opportunities in front of us. As you mentioned, that 2016 was the year we won the IPL, but after that, while we are aiming and dreaming of winning that IPL again, but we have been very consistent in qualifying for the playoffs. Even last year, in the middle of the tournament, we thought that we wouldn't qualify, but the way the boys played, especially winning successive matches to reach the playoffs, but unfortunately, we were not able to play a good game against Delhi Capitals in the semi-finals. But overall, I think the team has performed very consistently over the last few years, and that's what we're expecting even in this IPL. And I'm sure that we've got the squad and we've got the skill set and the quality of players who can go on not only to win matches but also win the tournament. So that's what we're expecting, that they play to their potential and get us the trophy which we are dreaming about.
Now, Laxman, talking about your captain David Warner, he had an injury issue during the series against India. Is he completely fit, fine and ready to go?
Yeah, he's played a couple of Shield games for New South Wales and he just joined the squad. And I'm sure that Warner, who has always given more than 100% for the SunRisers franchise, he's led by example. He's definitely someone who not only contributes with a bat and while fielding, but also he's been truly inspirational the way he shares his knowledge and mingles with the youngsters. And that's so important, and that's one of the responsibility or expectations from overseas players. So Warner has been sensational for SunRisers, and I think he's 100% fit and he's raring to go, and he can't wait to again open for the SRH franchise come the 11th of this month.
Now, you know what Telugu sentiment is like. Tell us why Kane Williamson is called Kane Anna and the fans call David Warner David Bhai.
Well, I'm not sure, but Hyderabad or Telangana is such a cosmopolitan city, so we got one section of the Orange Army calling Anna, which means elder brother, and Bhai also means brother. And all I can say is everyone loves the way David Warner, Kane Williamson go about their business. The way they have given more than 100%, the way they have won matches and contributed to the growth and progress of SunRisers is just unbelievable. So as long as both these legends of the game continue to contribute to the growth of SunRisers and also entertain the Orange Army, I'll be more than happy.
Laxman, let me ask you about your bowling team, bowling contingent before I ask about your power-packed batting. BHUVNESHWAR, KUMAR returning to the side. Now, you must be spoiled for choice.
Well, not only the balance, I think he's just a top-class fast bowler. We've seen in the recently concluded series against England, on batting paradise, both in Ahmedabad and in Pune, where the batsmen were dominating. The way BHUVNESHWAR KUMAR not only restricted the flow of runs but also picked up wickets with the new ball and at the depth shows that what a quality bowler he is. And I'm working closely with him. I've seen that how much it meant to be back in that Indian colours for Bhuvi. But it's been a tough 2 years for him. Because it's never easy for a fast bowler, especially who's playing all the 3 formats to have recurring injuries, and it's been tough for him. Started with the back injury, then he had a groin injury. But I'm sure that all the hard work is put in, during his rehab, and also preparing for the England series has borne rewards. And I'm sure that he will be looking forward because he's probably one of the most skillful bowlers in the world, not only in India but in the world. Because he's got the ability to pick up wickets with the new ball, which is so important if you have to put pressure on the opposition batting lineup.
Lakshman, the other person I'll have to ask you about is NATARAJAN. He was sensational last year. He went on to make his India debut. You are the only franchise that has so many frontline Indian pace bowlers.
Yeah, Natarajan's story is nothing short of inspiration, because as you rightly mentioned, that he had a wonderful IPL for us. He bowled some tough overs in the absence of BHUVNESHWAR Kumar. He was the go-to bowler for David Warner. And the way he nailed Yorkers consistently, and that is supposed to be the toughest ball for any fast bowler, especially in white ball cricket. But to bowl with that kind of confidence and in tough situation, spoke really high about his confidence level and about his cricket smarts. And I think going to Australia as a net bowler, and then when he got an opportunity in one-day T20 and eventually in Test match cricket, and grabbing that opportunity with both the hands, and also the way he performed, he was not overawed by the big occasion, because it's never easy for someone who was not even in the starting lineup for SunRisers till 2020 IPL, but to come and bowl and showcase his talent against Australia in their own backyard has been truly sensational. And I think that's what IPL is all about. That's what Indian cricket is all about. Where whenever a cricketer, young aspiring cricketer, is committed to his game and he gets his opportunity, is ready and prepared well to grab that opportunity. And Natarajan's story is one such inspirational story.
We are bringing our viewers an exclusive interview with Hyderabad mentor VVS Laxman ahead of their opening game against Kolkata tonight. Now, Laxman, one of the criticisms about the Hyderabad team is your over-dependence on Rashid Khan. Is that the reason you bought MUJEEB during the auctions earlier this year?
Well, I don't think so. While Rashid is a top-class bowler, number one bowler in T20 format, and he has done exceedingly well for SunRisers. But as a whole, the bowling unit has performed well. Even in the last year's IPL, if you see, barring a couple of games, we have not given away more than 150 runs or more than par score on a particular wicket. So Rashid is an exceptional talent, and he has maximized his potential whenever he has played for SunRisers. But we only don't depend on Rashid, but we've got other bowlers both in the spin department as far as fast bowling department who can do well and win matches on their own for the franchise. Well, the reason we got MUJEEB was we had to pick up one more overseas player, and we had enough talent in the batting department and even in the fast bowling department. So we went with one more mystery spinner, and MUJEEB is that kind of a talent who adds strength to our spin bowling department, along with Nadeem, Nabi, and also now you got MUJEEB. So I'm sure that that department has bolstered with the presence of MUJEEB.
Laxman, when it comes to foreigners, you have an embarrassment of riches. Just to look at your batting, starting with Bairstow and Warner all the way down to Kane Williamson, and now you have another Jason as a replacement, and that's Jason Roy.
Well, that's going to be a challenge, a good headache to have, and we have to find out what is our best combination based on the conditions we're going to play the match on or the opposition we are going to play against. So I think luckily for us, we got all the bases covered, and that's so important, especially when you're playing a top quality tournament like IPL.
Right.
And with the squad strength of 25, you want to have players and options available who can perform in various conditions. I think if we will go match by match, and whatever is the best possible 11 and best possible combination for that particular match, we will choose that 11.
Laxman, you said that you have all the bases covered. Last year, we saw one of your weak links was power play batting, even though Samad, Abhishek and Garg fired at the bottom half of the batting. But that seemed to be a bit of a problem for SRH.
Well, I think we've got enough power at the top of the order. David Warner has been probably the most consistent overseas batsman in the history of IPL. Saha, in the opportunities he got before he got injured last year, was sensational for us. In fact, his knock against the Delhi Capitals turned around the tide for SunRisers when we were probably at the bottom half of the table halfway through the tournament. And then you got Kane Williamson, you got Manish Pandey, who's probably underrated, but he's also an impact player. So, and then you got Johnny Bairstow. So there are so many options available for us. It's just about the players going out and playing to their potential, and understanding the situation and exhibiting their talent, and as long as they go out with that fearless approach and go out and showcase their talent, I'm sure that they will win matches for the franchise, and that's what we're expecting from them.
Perhaps that is what IPL has done to these youngsters, given them a fearless approach, and that's what's needed to go out and win not just matches but the tournament. One final question before we let you go. As a mentor, what do you think will be your X factor this season, or who do you think will be your X factor this season?
Yeah, I think we as a franchise never look upon one individual to win as a tournament. And that's been the X factor of SunRisers over so many years. And I just want that legacy to continue, where everyone contributes at different times of the tournament. And we continue to progress as a franchise where we are playing as a unit, but not as individuals. And that's something which I'm expecting to happen once more in this IPL.
Thank you very much for joining me on the broadcast, and wish you all the very best during this season.